State of Uttarakhand, where 5 people have died in the violent clashes that have gripped the city of Haldwani. Violent clashes erupted in Haldwani during the demolition drive to remove illegal encroachments. Chief Minister of the state, Pushkar Singh Dhami, has now promised that there will be strict action that will be taken against the miscreants. He also claimed that there was a deliberate attempt to create tension in the entire region. Amid this, Uttarakhand has been put on very high alert. The internet has been suspended in the state and there is also extremely heavy force deployment. Now, violent clashes broke out after an illegal building, which is being termed by the locals as a madarsa, was being brought down by Haldwani's municipal corporation. Reacting to the bulldozers reaching the sites, there were locals who started throwing stones at the police officers and also set vehicles on fire. India Today's Gaurav Sawant, in fact, spoke with the DGP, Abhinav Kumar, on the latest situation in Haldwani. Listen in.
100 police personnel were injured in this violence and arson and stone pelting and petrol bombs being hurled. Sir, were the police and the administration caught off guard?
No, you see, I think definitely there was, some element of mischief and prior planning on the part of the people who gathered this mob or who organized this mob and incited this mob to commit this violence. And definitely there was an element of preparation on their part.
Okay.
In terms of, the kind of stone pelting that took place, the kind of, otherwise there were some reports of country-made weapons being used to fire at the police. There was also some use of petrol bombs. And of course, the widespread arson that you saw yesterday. So definitely there was some element of planning on their part. And of course, it is a matter of a magisterial inquiry. The government is going to be conducting a magisterial inquiry into the matter by a senior officer. And whatever, it would be premature of me to comment on exactly how this sequence of events transpired. But definitely the element of planning is very much visible. And there can be no debate about it.
But have the planners been identified? Who's the mastermind of the arson, the rioting, the murderous attacks on the police personnel? Have they been arrested? And is there some role of outsiders, Bangladeshis, PFI activists, political leaders are talking about the role of outsiders. What more can you tell us?
You see, of course, Banpulpura, like the rest of Haldwani, it's a very flourishing commercial center for the entire Kumaon region. So there is a constant movement of people from outside, and of course, people going to the Kumaon Hills for tourism, etc. also keep passing through Haldwani. So there's always been an influx of outsiders. In this particular incident, we are obviously going to analyze the video footage very carefully, the CCTV footage, the camera phone footage, as well as the cell tower data is going to be very, very carefully analyzed to see in that particular area who were the outsider elements, who were the miscreant elements,
okay,
and whether they were local or from outside. For me, that is immaterial. What matters to me is that we are going to identify them and go after them with the full force of the law.
Okay, but specifically, political leaders have named organizations like the Popular Front of India, PFI. What more can you tell us about outsiders or Bangladeshis or PFI, the suspects in the case so far?
Definitely, point is that whenever there is this kind of incident, we know from past experience that there are these kind of, mischievous anti-national organizations that always either, have a hand in brewing trouble before or after.
Okay.
So we are in constant touch with all our counterparts in the central agencies, and we are sharing information from them. We have requested them also to share information and update us as and when they get any specific inputs. And definitely, so we will be probing that angle very vigorously.